drive the car smooth and see what happens.
How are your tyres shaping up at the moment?
I've chosen a fairly soft tyre, Neil, so I've just got to drive the car pretty straight. I think they should be fine, mate, over.
3 hard stops on this track. What about brakes?
Well, the brakes on our car, if you remember here last year, the brakes are very, very bad. The brakes on the car here today are fantastic, over.
All right, Mark, I know you're busy. I'm tempted to keep talking for a few minutes, but you'll get me later, so I'll let you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
Over.
Over. Stop calling me over. Tony's done a terrific job. He's come from seemingly nowhere, and now he's starting to bother Peter Brock. I think before very long you'll find... Well, look, he goes straight up the inside. Tony Longhurst really moving in the BMW. Whammo. Mobile Race Cam shows the graphic action. Peter Brock that time goes back to first gear when he knew that another car was underneath him. And so now the BMW splits the 2 Holdens and Tony sets off after Win Percy. So that's 5th position for the BMW and counting.
Larry's gone in for a fresh set of rubber. Tony, the giant killer, continues stalking Win Percy, car number 16, coming down to the entrance to the pit straight. Now Win hugging very tight through that turn. Now Longhurst getting right up behind him. Watch Longhurst close now as Win jumps on the brakes. Straight up on the inside.
The initial stopping doesn't seem to be much different, does it? But then right when you get close to the corner, the BM's outstanding. The HRT Commodore looking pretty good. I think Win's given him a signal.
Yeah, he just did then.
The second HRT car's now been built, and it's actually here in the paddock at Mallala. Here goes Longhurst up the inside. Win's given him all the room in the world. It's an easier way than having to argue over it. I think Win recognised that the BM was going to be stronger at the end of the straight. So Tony Longhurst now moves up 1 more digit to 4th.
But here he goes again, just trying to make life unbearable for Glenn Seaton, and Glenn hasn't done anything wrong at all during this race, but all of a sudden he now has to defend 3rd.
Bear in mind that BMW territory overseas is certainly the 500 and 1000k races.
Alan Jones was saying yesterday that when they get to Mount Panorama they should save themselves about 4 minutes in the race, and look at this, giving him the squeeze.
This is great stuff. Longhurst now pulls to the outside, runs out of room though. There was no way Glenn had to give him the open road, so it's a case of wider back up again, wait for another lap, and I'll be back on even terms again.
What was going for Tony there, though, was that if he could have got round, he had the inside running for the next turn, which I'm sure was part of his thinking.
No doubt about that. And I just hope he can carry it through to Lakeside for the penultimate round of the championship. 3 weeks from today, 14th, as Tony Longhurst up on the inside. No way, says Glenn, you're going to fight a bit harder for that.
Talk to Frank Gardner or anyone around the BMW team, they will say that they're very much looking forward to Lakeside and that they can knock the distance off this time.
Yeah. Oh, now it's getting tight.
Well, Percy's brought right into this battle.
Look at this, look at this. This is the David and Goliath stuff. Can he hold it on the inside? 1 wheel up on the curb. He does, and he could leave himself exposed to Percy.
Look at this.
Geez, Win got a good run out of that corner too.
Agro City.
He moves across to cover his ground.
They all went on, simultaneously went on the attack and the defence. They had to have road maps to make it down.
Yeah, they threw the cards in the air and no one knew where they were going to fall. But that was a brilliant passing move from Tony Longhurst. He set that up. But now he's left Win Percy with the problem of Glenn Seaton. And they've had a couple of touches during the season.
What we're watching, I guess, is what the creators of Group A wanted all along. There's 3 different manufacturers and 3 very different types of cars all battling, and it's great stuff.
Round the outside.
Look at this. Round the outside, what a move. He's got to hold it for the next one, though.
Unbelievable. Oh, this.
Fighting back.
He made the corner just a little wider for him.
I think they're closing up on to the back of Jim quite rapidly at the moment.
Scaife comes through this sweeper. Car number 2 down towards the chicane for the final time. The youngster with a ton of potential and could go on if he can display this form. Last corner coming up, round number 7 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship, the checkered flag, Nissan, that's his car. And of course Mark Scaife is across the line for a win here today. Richards in the number 1 car will take 2nd place. Here's Jimmy. And here's the giant killer. Tony Longhurst from well back in the pack is going to pick up third.
Congratulations, Mark Scaife. Wonderful performance, Mark. You were disappointed at Amaroo, but you must be very pleased with this.
Yeah, thanks, Crompo. I think it's a good birthday present for the car this weekend. If you remember, a year ago the car was fast enough but not reliable enough, and today it's been plenty good enough.
Jimmy Richards continues to lead the championship. Teammate Mark Scaife in a very solid second place. The rest of the teams, they have a lot of work to do.